Prom story.
The prom story that I heard was there was this girl and I don't know, she was going to prom and took a curve too quickly and ran into a tree and died. And ever since then, if you go, you'll see a girl in a white dress, or near the tree.
Apparently the story was that this girl and her prom date, were going to prom, and I think it was a convertible, like a really old car in the probably 60s, I think. And she, I guess, wasn't paying attention, or like the boyfriend wasn't paying attention. I guess they're arguing or something, and she crashed the car in a tree, and she died on the spot because head-on collision. And that was all part of the story. And then apparently from then on, she died, and her dad he absolutely adored her and went crazy and decided to make this entire park in her honor. And we got a bunch of scrap metal and reflectors and just went crazy. And then they said that the body, they eventually removed the body from the car, but they said that her ghost stayed behind and wanders around the park. And that's what the story was, and that's why we went there.
Basically, what I've heard was this girl and her boyfriend on prom night decided to do some acid, and were coming up on the five-way intersection, and he was driving and going too fast and couldn't handle the curve, and basically wrapped his car around the tree and killed her on impact, and he was extracted from the car and was never heard from again. But supposedly the dad decided to leave the car there and build everything around it. And I've heard rumors that, everything kind of escalated and her ghost appeared on ECU's campus and started riots, and the riots continued for years. And so they actually built Brewster Building in the 60s, and the way it's shaped is to hold back people from rioting, and created different wings for people to take refuge in from the riots. Probably all bull, but that's what I heard. So it's kind of weird that there's rumors about ECU and its buildings all because of Acid Park.
The story that I heard is about a boyfriend and his girlfriend, which is the man's daughter, I guess, that supposedly had done all this stuff. They were driving one night and they were tripping on acid, and the guy took the curve he was going too fast, so they ran into the tree or whatnot, and the girl died on impact, but the guy lived so he could tell the story. And basically what her dad did was, all this stuff that he put up was what he thought she was seeing, and when she was tripping on acid right before she died.